What if I told you there are places on our planet that look so unreal, you'd think they were painted by the hands of heaven itself? Places where turquoise waters sparkle brighter than gemstones, mountains touch the clouds like giant cathedrals, and life feels like a dream you never want to wake up from. Today, we're counting down the top 10 countries that feel like heaven on earth. And trust me, you'll want to see them all, because country number 3 will shock you. This isn't just another travel list. These are countries where beauty goes beyond postcards. Here, nature, culture, and lifestyle blend so perfectly that stepping into them feels like stepping into paradise itself. So let's begin the journey. Number 10. New Zealand if heaven had rolling green carpets, endless waterfalls, and snow-capped mountains rising from crystal-clear lakes, it would look like New Zealand. Known as the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand is pure magic for travelers. Its South Island is home to the famous Fjordland National Park, where fjords cut deep into the land like God's own artwork. Standing at Milford Sound, surrounded by towering cliffs and thundering waterfalls, feels like being at the edge of the world. Then there are the glowworm caves of Waitomo, where tiny blue lights create a galaxy inside the earth. Imagine drifting quietly in a boat while millions of glowworms illuminate the dark. This is a scene that feels truly otherworldly. But it's not just nature. The Kiwi people live close to the land, valuing peace, kindness, and connection. This combination of natural wonders and soulful living makes New Zealand a taste of paradise. But wait until you hear about number 9. It's an island nation where the ocean itself looks like liquid sapphire. Number 9. Maldives. Welcome to the Maldives, where heaven lies just above sea level. This island nation in the Indian Ocean is made up of over 1,000 coral islands, each surrounded by turquoise waters so clear you can see fish swimming beneath your feet. The Maldives is famous for its overwater villas, private huts perched above the sea where you can wake up, step outside, and dive straight into paradise. The beauty here is beyond imagination. Coral reefs exploding with color, manta rays gliding like angels of the deep, and sunsets that turn the entire sky into shades of pink, purple, and gold. Life in the Maldives is slow and gentle. People come here to escape the noise of the world, to hear only the sound of waves, and to breathe in peace. But don't get too comfortable, because number 8 will transport you to a land where heaven isn't just tropical. It's carved into ancient stone. Number 8, Italy. Heaven isn't always found in untouched nature. Sometimes it's in the timeless beauty of Italy. From the romantic canals of Venice to the rolling vineyards of Tuscany, Italy feels like a living painting. Imagine walking through the streets of Florence, where every corner holds Renaissance art, or standing in front of the Colosseum in Rome, where history whispers through stone arches. But the real heavenly charm lies in the small details, sipping espresso in a quiet piazza, tasting handmade pasta in a family-run restaurant, or watching the sunset over the Amalfi Coast as colorful houses cling to the cliffs. And then there's Lake Como, surrounded by mountains and dotted with villages that look straight out of a fairy tale. No wonder so many people describe Italy not just as a country, but as a love affair. Still, paradise takes many forms. Number 7 will take you to a land of northern lights and icy kingdoms. Number 7, Iceland. If heaven could be cold, wild, and glowing in green light, it would be Iceland. This island in the North Atlantic is one of the most surreal places on Earth. Here you can watch geyser eruptions, walk on black sand beaches, and see waterfalls that drop hundreds of feet from mossy cliffs. The crown jewel of Iceland is, of course, the Northern Lights. When the night sky comes alive with dancing green and purple lights, it feels like heaven is literally opening above you. There's also the Blue Lagoon, a geothermal spa where steaming turquoise water contrasts against lava rock. Imagine floating in warm waters while snow falls around you. This is Iceland's way of reminding you that paradise can exist in extremes. But hold on. Number 6 is where heaven comes with cherry blossoms and ancient temples. Number 6, Japan. Few countries balance modern wonder with ancient peace like Japan. In spring, the country bursts into pink with its famous cherry blossoms, turning entire cities into dreamscapes. Walking through Kyoto's temple gardens during cherry blossom season feels like walking through a divine painting. Then there are the mountains. Mount Fuji, with its perfectly symmetrical snow peak, is one of the most spiritual and breathtaking sights in the world. But Japan isn't just nature. Its culture, rooted in respect, harmony, and beauty, makes it feel heavenly. Whether it's the peaceful tea ceremonies, the soothing hot springs of Hakone, or the neon-lit nights of Tokyo, Japan offers heaven in many forms. But wait. Number 5 will take us to a place where heaven lies hidden in the heart of Africa. Number 5, Tanzania. Yes, Africa is home to some of the most heavenly landscapes you will ever see, and Tanzania is proof. This country holds the legendary Serengeti National Park, where millions of wildebeest and zebras migrate across golden plains in a scene so grand, it feels biblical. To stand there, watching lions stalk through tall grass as the sun sets, is to witness nature in its purest form. And then there's Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest peak in Africa. Its snow-capped summit rises above clouds, as if touching heaven itself. Don't forget Zanzibar, Tanzania's island paradise. With white sand beaches, spice farms, and turquoise waters, it's heaven on earth with an African soul. But number 4, it's the land of dreams, colors, and spiritual magic. Number 4, India. Few countries overwhelm the senses like India. Here, heaven is not silent. It's loud, colorful, and alive. India is home to wonders like the Taj Mahal, often called a monument to love, and one of the most heavenly works of architecture on earth. Its white marble glows under the sun and shines under the moon, like something built for gods. But India's heaven is more than monuments. It's the holy Ganges River, the golden deserts of Rajasthan, the lush backwaters of Kerala, and the snowy peaks of the Himalayas. And then there's the food, spices that dance on your tongue, chai that warms your soul, and street foods that explode with flavor. India shows us that heaven isn't always quiet. Sometimes it's alive with colors, sounds, and human connection. Now get ready. Number 3 will truly surprise you. Number 3, Norway. Yes, Norway. A country often overlooked. But once you see it, you'll never forget it. Norway is home to some of the most dramatic landscapes on the planet. Its fjords, carved by glaciers, stretch like massive rivers between towering cliffs. Cruising through these fjords feels like sailing through heaven's own passageways. Then, just like Iceland, Norway offers the northern lights. But here you can watch them reflect off frozen lakes and snow-covered mountains. During summer, something magical happens. The midnight sun, where daylight never ends. Imagine standing at the edge of the Arctic Circle, watching the sun hover at midnight. It's as if time itself stops. Norway is proof that heaven doesn't need to be warm or tropical. It can be raw, powerful, and endlessly beautiful. But country. Number 2 is where heaven meets passion and rhythm. Number 2, Brazil. When most people think of Brazil, they think of carnival, samba, and football. But beyond the energy lies a paradise that feels otherworldly. The Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the earth, is a world of life so rich and vibrant it feels like nature's cathedral. Then there are the Iguazu Falls, a waterfall, system so powerful and vast that it looks like heaven pouring water onto earth. And let's not forget Rio de Janeiro, the site of Christ the Redeemer towering above the city, with Sugarloaf Mountain and golden beaches below, is one of the most heavenly skylines in the world. Brazil is heaven with rhythm, a place where joy, music, and beauty come together. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number 1 country that feels like heaven on earth. Number 1, Switzerland, if paradise had a headquarters, it might be in Switzerland. This small country in Europe is simply breathtaking. The Swiss Alps rise like white giants, their peaks, dusted with snow year-round. Villages like Zermatt and Grindelwald sit quietly in valleys, surrounded by meadows filled with wildflowers. Everywhere you turn, the views are perfect. Emerald lakes reflecting mountains, wooden chalets with flower, boxes and skies so clear they look painted. But Switzerland isn't just about scenery, it's about peace. It's about walking through quiet mountain trails, tasting world-class chocolate, or sitting by Lake Geneva as the evening sun turns the water into gold. Switzerland is pure, untouched, and harmonious. Heaven on earth, in its most perfect form. So, there you have it. The top 10 countries that feel like heaven on earth. From the tropical paradise of the Maldives to the snowy peaks of Switzerland, each of these nations shows us a different face of paradise. But here's the question. Which one would you call your heaven? Let me know in the comments.